there's more than just the physical aspect to fitness. Talk to us a little bit about the nutritional aspect as well.
Nutrition's so important. I have a bundle of cliches that I use, and one of the ones I use all the time is you don't put water in your gas tank and expect your car to go. I mean, nutrition is what gives you that energy. So if you're feeding your body with all this junk, it's not going to go very well. I do nutritional coaching all the time, and one of the things that I hear almost 2 to 3 weeks in is, man, it's amazing how much better I feel just with a little bit of change in the eating habits. You have energy, you have drive, you have a little bit more focus. Your body does not function on unhealthy, preservative-rich foods. I'm a firm believer that if it can sit on a grocery store shelf for 2 years, it does not need to go in your body. It's one of those things. If it doesn't have an expiration date, it's going to sit in here forever.
Yeah.
But the most you could do, whether it's exercise or nutrition, would be nutrition.
I think a lot of people forget that nutrition is such an important aspect, and food is fuel. It's not just there to please you.
We are a convenience world, and unhealthy, nutrient-lacking food is very convenient. Making healthy food is a little bit more inconvenient. It's time-consuming, but the benefits greatly outweigh how much time you spend doing it.
You learn so much in the kitchen, too.
Yes.
That's what I've found. I live in Chicago, so I go to Trader Joe's all the time.
Yes.
They have so much fun, healthy food, so I'm always making it. And I've learned a lot cooking throughout the past couple of months when I've been going to Trader Joe's and stuff.
So what would you say then is like your number one taboo thing? What like really gets at you when somebody says, I love eating this? Are you ever like, oh man, please don't. Please stop.
There's not really one specific thing, honestly, that's on the no list, surprisingly enough. It's all within moderation. So if you eat a small amount of something once a week, it's not going to affect you at all, as long as you're eating relatively healthy most of the time. But if every single night you're eating a bowl of ice cream, I had one client that told me at 2 a.m. I wake up and I eat a bowl of cereal and I go right back to sleep. I'm like, okay, good luck making your progress, because that's probably not going to happen if you keep that habit up.
Right.
But there really is, in moderation, anything acceptable.
So I think about relationships with food is just as important to me, and what my experience with my parents having a gym for 20 some years. That's one of the things that we really tried to coach them on, is that like when you sit here and you have so much extreme guilt and so much regret and it ruins your day because you grabbed a cookie at the office party.
Yep.
Or you did go out maybe afterwards and all the kids wanted ice cream, so you did get some. Sometimes those occasions literally ate away at somebody for such a long time. And so I think that also really has a negative impact on a success story, because that mental side of it is a huge part of it. Showing up, the physical side, that's one thing. Eating healthy is another, but there's that mental component. Like, how do you process that? How do you help coach with that?
You tend to try and focus on the positive aspects of what they've accomplished so far. A lot of my clients reach milestones of under a certain amount, or 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I'm under 150, I'm under 200. Things like that you tend to try and focus on a little bit more. Cravings happen. Cravings all the time. They happen. Food is delicious, especially unhealthy food. It's very delicious. So the problem with that is that it's not going away anytime soon. I mean, there's only going to be more of it and less unhealthy food. So you tend to look at, okay, yes, unhealthy food is delicious, but feeling good about myself is much more delicious than that. I mean, I'm a firm believer that waking up and feeling like I'm 18 still is wonderful. I spring out of bed, I'm ready to go, I'm energetic at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty confident not a lot of people can say that.
I don't even think I could do that at 18.
Well, and it doesn't come from exercise. Exercise helps for sure, but it's because I have a structured eating habits. I meal prep almost every single night, and I try and eat relatively healthy.
I think changing your focus on it really helps, as opposed to like saying, oh, well, I have to eat these things. I have to do this X, Y, and Z. Shifting your focus and being like, okay, this is going to make me feel better. Eating spaghetti at 8 o'clock at night, probably not. It's going to make me feel good.
Nope.
Maybe not.
But I want to run a marathon, and eating like this is going to help me get there. I want to achieve a certain body type, and eating like this and meal prepping every single night is going to help me get there. That's the exact same way that I would phrase it for somebody too.